Good morning, everyone. I welcome you again to the lecture series of object-oriented programming using C++. We'll be going to study about stream classes in today's lecture. We'll be going to study C++ predefined streams. So the predefined streams in C++ are Cin, which is the standard input, Cout, the standard output, CERR, that is the standard error output, and CLOG, that is the buffered function. C++ has a more number of predefined streams, and these predefined streams are also called as standard input and output objects. In C++ stream, it refers to the stream of characters that are transferred between the program thread and input output. Stream classes in C++ are used to input and output operations on files and input-output devices. These classes have specific features and to handle input and output of the program. The C++ object is a specific variable having a class as its data type. Cin and Cout are special predefined objects with different classes as their data type. A C++ stream is a flow of data into or out of a program, such as the data written to Cout or read from Cin. A stream is an abstraction that represents a device on which input and output operations are performed. For example, file streams are C++ objects to manipulate and interact with files. Once a file stream is used to open a file, any input or output operation performed on that stream is physically reflected in the file. In C++, input-output are based on streams, which are sequence of bytes flowing in and out of the program, just like water and oil flowing through a pipe. In input operations, data bytes flow from an input source, such as keyboard, file, network, or another program into the program. A stream buffer is an object in charge of performing the reading and writing operations of the stream object it is associated with. The stream delegates all such operations to its associated stream buffer object, which is an intermediary between the stream and its controlled input and output sequence. The C++ Cout statement is the instance of the OStream class. It is used to produce output on the standard output device, which is usually the display screen. The data needed to be displayed on the screen is inserted in the standard output stream Cout using the insertion operator. In C++, any name that is not defined inside a class, function, or a namespace is considered to be part of an implicitly defined namespace called the global namespace, sometimes also called as global scope. So C++ moved all the functionality in the standard library into the namespace named std, which is short for standard. What is C++ namespace? A namespace is a declarative region that provides a scope to the identifiers, the names of types, functions, variables, etc. inside it. Namespaces are used to organize code into logical groups and to prevent name collisions that can occur, especially when your code base includes multiple libraries. C++ has more number of predefined streams, and these predefined streams are also called as standard input and output objects. The most commonly used predefined streams are Cin and Cout. Cin, standard input stream. Usually, the input device is a keyboard and the instance class for Cin is iStream. It is usually read the input from the keyboard. Cout, standard output stream. Usually the out devices displays in the screen and the instance class for Cout is OStream. It passes the data to the output device and it displayed in the monitor. C error, standard error output stream. It controls unbuffered output data, catches the error and passes it to output device of monitor. C-log, it is used to control buffer. So the basic data type for input output in C++ is the stream. The C++ incorporates a complex hierarchy of stream types. The most basic stream types are the standard input output. iStream, Cin, built-in input stream variable by default hooked to keyboard. OStream, Cout, built-in output stream variable by default hooked to console. And the header file is iostream. C++ also support all the input-output mechanism that the C language included. However, the C++ streams provided all the input-output capabilities of C with substantial improvements. We will exclusively use streams for input and output of data. The input and output stream, Cin and Cout are actually C++ objects. Class, a C++ construct that allows a collection of variables, constants, and functions to be grouped together logically under a single name. Object, a variable of a type that is a class. For example, iStream is actually a type name for a class. Cin is the name of a variable of type iStream. So we would say that Cin is an instance or an object of the class iStream. I have already discussed in this lecture also what do you understand by class and what do you understand by object. So an instance of a class will usually have a number of associated functions. You also call it as member functions that you can use to perform operations on that object or to obtain information about it. So we'll discuss about the basic stream member functions and I will show you how to go about using member functions. Classes are one of the fundamental ideas that separate C++ from C. So we'll explore some standard stream classes and the standard string classes. A stream provides a connection between the process that initializes it and an object, such as a file, which may be viewed as a sequence of data. In the simplest view, a stream object is simply a serialized view of that other object. We think of data as flowing in the stream to the process, which can remove data from a stream as desired. The data in the stream cannot be lost by flowing past before the program has a chance to remove it. The stream object provides the process with an interface to the data. To get information out of a file or a program, we need to explicitly instruct the computer to output the desired information. One way of accomplishing this is in C++ is with the use of an output stream. In order to use the standard input-output stream, we must have in our program the pre-compiler directive, that is #include iostream. In order to do output to the screen, we write the statement cout, then the operator, then the insertion operator, which points in the direction the data is flowing. And you can write any data, x, supposedly you write x, which is the name of some variable or constant that we want to write to the screen. Insertions to an output stream can be changed together. The leftmost side must be the name of an output stream variable such as cout. Now the extraction operator. The To get information into a file or a program, we need to explicitly instruct the computer to acquire the desired information. One way of accomplishing this in C++ is with the use of an input stream. As with the standard input stream cout, the program must use the precompiler directive #include iostream. In order to do output, we merely use the statement cin, then the extraction operator, and then the variable. X is the name of some variable that we want to store the value that we will read from the keyboard. The extraction operator points in the direction of the direction the data is flowing. As with the insertion operator, extractions from an input stream can also be chained. The leftmost side must be the name of an input stream variable. The extraction operator may be used to read character into a string variable. The extraction statement read a white space terminated string into the target string, ignoring any leading white spaces and not including the terminating white space character in the target string. In programming, common characters that do not produce a visible image on a page or in a file are referred to as white space. By default, the extraction operator in C++ will ignore leading white space characters. The extraction operator will remove leading white space characters from the input stream and discard them. There is also a way to remove and discard characters from an input stream. That is, you can use ignore function, cin.ignore, and then the parameters you can pass n comma the characters, where n means to skip up to n characters in the input stream or until the character ch has been read and discarded, whichever comes first. There are two parameters which are passed in ignore function, n and ch. C++ also provides stream types for reading from and writing to files stored on disk. For the most part, these operate in exactly the same way as the standard input-output streams, cin, and cout. So for the basic file input-output, #include fstream is used. There are no predefined file stream variables, so a programmer who needs to use file streams must declare the file stream variables. If stream in file, input file stream object, and off stream out file output file stream object. The types if stream and off stream are C++ stream classes designed to be connected to input or output files. File stream objects have all the member functions and manipulators possessed by the standard streams cin and cout. All predefined streams are tied to cout. When you use cin, cerr, or clog, cout gets flushed, sending the contents of cout to the ultimate consumer. Input to cin comes from stdin. Cout output goes to stdout. Cerr output goes to standard error. Clog output goes to standard error. When redirecting or intercepting a C standard stream, the corresponding C++ standard stream becomes redirected. This applies unless you redirect an input-output stream. So a file stream is not connected to anything. In order to use a file stream, the programmer must establish a connection between it and some file. So C++ streams are objects. The input and output streams, cin and cout, are actually the C++ objects. So we have seen today the C++ streams. We have been using the iostream standard library, which provides cin and cout methods for reading from standard input and writing to standard output respectively. We have also discussed about the fstream library, which defines three new data types: offstream, ifstream, and fstream. Of stream, this data type represents the output file stream and is used to create files and to write information to files. If stream, this data type represents the input file stream and is used to read information from files. This F stream, this data type represents the file stream generally and has the capabilities of both upstream and upstream, which means it can create files, write information to files, and read information from files. To perform file processing in C++, header files, IOStream, and FStream must be included in your C++ source file. IOStream, this file defines the CIN, Cout, CError, and CLOG objects, which correspond to the standard input stream, the standard output stream, and unbuffered standard error stream, and the buffered standard error stream, respectively. IOManip, this file declares services useful for performing formatted input-output with so-called parameterized stream manipulators such as setw and setprecision. Fstream, this file declares services for user-controlled file processing. The standard output stream, the predefined object Cout is an instance of OStream class. The Cout object is said to be connected to the standard output device, which usually is the display screen. The Cout is used in conjunction with the stream insertion operator, which is written as this type insertion types, which are two less than signs. The CIN, it is an instance of iStream class. The standard error, it is an instance of OStream class. The standard error is also used in conjunction with the stream insertion operator. The predefined object CLOG is an instance of OStream class. The CLOG object is said to be attached to the standard error device, which is also a display screen, but the object CLOG is buffered. The CLOG is also used in conjunction with the stream insertion operator. Thank you so much for listening to this lecture. I hope the lecture was clear to everyone. Have a good day.